Coach, hey, you're heading into week 2 of camp, had a full week last week. What have you liked so far from your team?
Just the energy they come in the gym with. It's an older group. They've been around for a while. They've had a lot of success the last couple of years, but I think they're still just driven to continue to get better, and it's been fun to be around this group. I mean, it started last January in the winter with all of our development and kind of the goal setting of what we were looking at, and I think they've just done a really good job of bringing that back into the gym since we started preseason.
You mentioned having an older team returning. You lose only 2 rotation players from last year. How have you seen that experience show up so far in camp?
Again, I think the leadership in the senior class has really shown up really well this year. One of the things we talk about, I think it's the first senior class I've had since taking over the head coaching job that has more returners in it than transfers. 4 four-year players in the program, and then we have 1 transfer that came in with this group. And so there's some continuity. They know each other well. They know where they want to go. They've been through a lot together over the last 4 years.
Then you have 5 newcomers coming in, 4 true freshmen, 1 transfer. How have they been integrating themselves with the team so far through practice?
Good. 2 of them are out with, just injuries, so we're kind of nursing them back into health and where they're at. I think the other 3 have done a really good job. 1 being a setter, 1 a libero, who's, I think, kind of put herself in a great spot for opportunity to play this fall. And then we have a setter who we didn't expect to play early with 2 setters still in the program. But I think she's getting some valuable time on court with the group right now.
This past weekend, you had a set of scrimmages. What did you learn from your team through those matches, even though it's early on?
We're not ready to play. I've said to everybody that's asked, I think the lack of preparation because of only having a week of preseason really shows up when you try to compete this quickly. The unfortunate part of the way the rules set is that we have such a limited amount of time to get our team prepared to play in your first competition that you have to kind of get them out there early just to compete, even though they're really not ready to go yet. With that said, you alluded to it, we're an older team, so I think there's some experience that goes into the familiarity of what we're doing. But losing the 2 players we did last year, a 4-year starting libero and a 3-time All-American, they did a lot for this team, and there's still a lot to learn about who's stepping into those roles.
And just going towards the season in general, what excites you the most about this team?
Just the potential. I want to see where we end up. We've talked a lot about it's not just about the winning and losing, but it's about how do we handle ourselves in the tough situations. I think that's the big question we have going into it is, we're going to be pretty talented and we'll have some opportunities to win some matches, but it's those big moments, like how do we handle it? How's the culture on the floor? How do they trust each other? What are the relationships they developed and where does it take us?
Right. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, appreciate it.